Hey everyone, welcome and thank you for joining this series. I am Tim Weinzapfel and I'm going to be talking in a number of videos around integrating Power BI with other applications. Now, there's a lot of great videos out there on Power BI, including data visualization and using Power Query and data transformation. It's just thousands of them. What I want to do in these a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out is all around how you can integrate Power BI with other applications. So you've got SharePoint, you've got Power Apps, you've got Teams, Power Automate, PowerPoint, and probably others as I go along. But really want to kind of show how by pulling in these other applications either within your Power BI report or vice versa, integrating Power BI into them, you really can kind of do a lot more with Power BI. So let me kind of give you a quick roadmap. These are just a couple of examples of the topics that I'm going to be putting out videos across all of these applications. So you see SharePoint here, you got PowerPoint, you got Power Apps, and so on. So we're really going to start digging into this and hopefully try to make these kind of short and quick and kind of show you can actually, we'll walk through it and build a lot of this out. So this first one, we're actually going to kick this off very easy. We're going to start with integrating with SharePoint, and this episode alone is really just going to focus on using lists as a data source, and I'll show you just a couple of tricks, and there are a couple of different ways to use lists. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So first thing I want to do is I want to pull up a sample SharePoint site that I have here. This is a simple SharePoint list. If you're not familiar with lists in SharePoint, definitely recommend checking out. They're very easy to create. And in this case, I've just got some simple data on, say, projects, right? You got ID, you got the title of the project, start and end date, and just some simple data. The other thing you'll see is I've got a couple of different views here. So this one is just a simple test view that I've created. Again, I'm not going to get into setting up views in SharePoint. What I will note is that this view is currently set as my default view. And what I mean by that is if I go back to sort of an all items view here, and you can see this actually brings in a lot more categories, and this is sort of the default, this is sort of the original view, and I created a separate view, and you'll see here I can set this view as default, but I have currently set this one as my default. Why is that important? I'll show you here in just a second. But again, very simple. And what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and pull this list. I want to connect this to my Power BI report. So we're going to do that very easily. Let's jump over to Power BI. So here I am here. I'm in Power BI Desktop. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and connect to that list. So simple, going to go up to Get Data, just like I would for Excel or a CSV file. I'm going to go into More and then go ahead and find my SharePoint options. Now you'll see folders and then 2 online lists. We will cover folders in the next video and show how that can be used very effectively, but I want to do the online list. There's also 2 of them. You'll see online lists and lists. This is more for on-prem data. If you have an on-premise SharePoint site, if you're using SharePoint in the cloud, this is the one to connect to. So, which is what I'm going to do. So I'll go there. Now it's going to ask you for your site URL. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that. Now when you pull the site URL, it is just looking for all the way after your site. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's your site and then the site name. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I will pull that in here. You'll also notice there are 2 different, there's a 2.0 and a 1.0 version. And if I click under here, under advanced options, under 1.0, there is no option. If I go to 2.0, they added this, so I don't know, a little while ago. You'll actually see a couple of options here. One is I can view all columns from the SharePoint site, the SharePoint list, or the default. And this is where it'll just pull in the default view. So let's go ahead and do that for now. And if you remember in what I showed was my default view that I had set up was just less columns to show. Made it a little simpler. So I'm going to click OK here. One of the other things I'm going to say, and I'm going to dig into this in future videos around SharePoint lists, is what we're doing today is connecting to a an actual SharePoint list. But what I'm going to show you in future videos is how this can be used in other ways to pull in data you probably were not even aware even existed. So we'll get to that in a future video. In my case, the list here is called project trn_projects. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transform the data. Always transform your data. And you're going to see it's only pulled in these 5 columns that I've had in my default view. So this is a great way to go ahead and pull in the data. So I'm going to go ahead here and let's just call this projects, and I'll just call this default view. I'm not going to bother cleaning up the data yet. I'm going to get to my second example, but let's go ahead and close and apply. And now I've connected to that list, and there is my few columns. But let me go back and let's redo it with the other option. So let me go back to get data. I'll go down here and go to my SharePoint. Go back to online list. And I'll actually just do the 1.0. It's actually this one works as well. I'll kind of show you the difference. I'll click OK. And again, it's going to give me all of my list options. So let's go through and we'll find that same list. And it is here again. Let's go to transform data. And now what you will see is a lot more information. So you're going to see all this additional metadata. And again, there's my title. There's just all these fields. So now what I have to do is go through and do a lot more cleaning of my list. And I mean, I can keep scrolling over here, and there's just so much more metadata. There's some records, there's some tables, and so on. So using that 2.0 version and then setting up maybe a condensed view that you want and setting it as a default view does make that easier. Now, when you're looking at all this metadata here, this is a lot of stuff that you just don't need, so you end up deleting this. We will, like I said, I'm going to show you how a lot of this metadata allows you to tap into information on your SharePoint site that you probably didn't know existed. So again, we will do that. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going ahead and call this. I'm actually just going to not even pull this in because I've already got my other one. So I will just go ahead and let me just go ahead and delete that. And I'll go back. And again, there is my list data. I can go ahead and pull in now and look at all of the information. Let me just clean this up. You've got the title, start date, end date, and again, there's some of my information. So really quick, really easy way to connect to SharePoint lists, and also showed a couple of different ways to do that. And in the next video, I will actually now then get into connecting to folders and combining files, and we'll do that, and that will be out. And so make sure to check that one out. Thank you very much.